So what's up, everybody? This is Black Samurai returning with the Joyful series, which actually in the last video I forgot to mention. So we split it up between, I ain't done one in a while, so I'm having a little memory lapse. Fantastic Fridays, and what do we call the Mondays? Motivational Mondays. Forgot to mention that. So this will be part of either a Monday or a Friday one. Because I just made a video. We're just keeping it real. So this will be either which I'll probably put it in a title when I decide which one it's going to fall under. But we'll be returning this coming Friday, which, what is the date? Let me think. Monday's the 31st, so 30th. 29 will be Saturday. So I guess the 28th. We'll be returning 28th. So I guess this one's going to be... Oh, I just forgot already. I'm keeping it too real with y'all. I might edit this out. I might not. Fired Up Fridays, which Debonair Downell came up with, which is my business partner, brother, and friend that I do the business with. You'll see him in various videos along with me. Multiple videos like Signs of Sorcery series that I'm about to start dropping more clips. And for a quick update, going to be working on a short film version, maybe about 15. We'll see. We'll do the shortest 15 and the next one maybe it'll be 25. If we can stretch it to 25. Well, no, we got enough footage we can. But anyway, but no less than 15, maybe 25 at the most, or 20. Maybe do 2 short films because we need to enter these short film contests. But anywho, getting back on subject with Fired Up Fridays. This was going to be about resentment. So I recently talked to my therapist, just I'm in therapy. And just real quick to say about that, therapy consists of you being honest with yourself, having a connection with your therapist, accepting when you are wrong, accepting what the therapist says, and whatever exercises that therapist tells you to do them. And you do the exercises at all times. When I say at all times, you take them wherever you go, meaning you just don't, if you do an exercise 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30, an hour, you take it with you after that throughout your day. And then, because life is going to life, you don't even have to invite drama in your life. Life is your life. Life will life. Excuse me. Life is going, what does that mean? Drama going to come your way even when you ain't looking for it, basically. That's what that means. So life is lifing. Other ways drama comes to your life, other people that you interact with will bring drama to your life. And it could be anything, like I've had to deal with a lot of customer service lately. Oof. It's been a challenge, everyone. It's been a challenge. To do 50, 1100 phone calls, then you get the right person, and the whole conversation takes less than 10 to 5 minutes. And I was like, that's all you had to do? You tell me the other 50, 11 people couldn't do that? But that is for another video, another time, for another day. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But, which can bring up resentment. Even with people you don't really know close to, you can have resentment. It's just how we take the situation. Again, I mentioned in the last video, having the same roundabout conversations. Having someone who's like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. They up, and when they up, you thinking, oh, we're finally in the right direction. And then they do something to, and now you like, this thing over here. But again, you have to decide, do you want to keep dealing with that person, cut that person out, or even doing the most hardest thing, sticking it out and waiting. Because cut someone off is actually easy. It's easier than waiting. But, and I don't know, maybe we switching the vibe of the video. But we're going to stick with, again, the resentment. We're going to keep it on the resentment. And basically my therapist told me, do a list. And I want to do a list, say what it is. I'm also listening to some audio books. I probably can't remember off the top of my head what the audio books are, but they normally have to do with pretty much dealing with life, not like they say, the old expression, putting the cart before the horse, which basically means you're trying to solve the situation. Or easy example, paying a bill. Real easy example. Bill ain't due for 2 weeks, but you stressing not paying it now. There's a lot that can happen in those 2 weeks. I've honestly been there. In that moment, was trying to figure out how the money was short the money. You know, had other bills to pay. And came time, a solution came. Sometimes before the time, sometimes right on time. Easy example to use. And putting the cart before the horse is worrying about the situation and stressing yourself out to resolve the situation before the situation even comes to you. You're already looking too far ahead. So try to remember that. You gotta give it time for the situation. And going back to what I just said, the whatever the resolution or solution, which is whatever it may be, which can bring resentment. Again, going back into the last video I just did, sometimes you have to separate yourself, create distance. But I'm going to write my list of who I have resentment towards and why. And I know the reasons why, just like the people I don't have resentment towards. And I know that I don't have it. I know why I don't have resentment towards them. But, and that might sound simple. Well, that's the way he explained for me to deal with it. And I'm giving you that advice. And however you want to look at the list, cross it off. Because again, you're doing this for you. And then after you make the list, write down solutions. Even if you got Google solutions, look at YouTube or other videos for solutions. If you're in if you have a therapist, ask your therapist for a solution. When you see this video, ask a good counselor, like my brother Michael. He's a pastor. Him and his wife are both pastors. But Michael is a great counselor. You know, black people run to the church, run to your pastor. No, my brother knows how to, and I deal with my brother when it comes to counseling. Love my sister-in-law, but me and my brother, we just talk. And he is a great counselor. He really is. Like, I feel like we resolved whatever I talk after we're done talking. You know, he's the type, he does use scripture. But he knows how to use scripture to fit the situation. Again, I know some of y'all be like, oh, here we go with the church thing. Well, we'll say the word works when properly used. I need y'all to listen to me. The word works when properly used. And everybody don't know how to properly use the word and use scriptures. But I can talk to him about whatever. Just like my therapist. I can talk to my therapist about whatever. I'm comfortable. That's another thing. You gotta be comfortable with who you're talking with. You gotta be comfortable and honest with yourself when doing this resentment list. Because, you know, and honestly, the resentment list has come from certain things, obviously, that was said. And that these are certain people that I never expected them to say certain things. Well, they could have just had a moment of, you know, they were going through and said the wrong thing. We all do that. but there was no discussing. And some people you can't discuss it with. It's like you're again round and around the same circles. Now again, I tell you, you have to figure out what you're going to do with those people. If you're going to keep them or not, give them time, bring the subject back up. But I'll tell you one thing, just move forward. Even if you break it, and I'm not telling you to leave your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your church, your pastor, whatever. I'm not telling you to do that. When I say move forward, sometimes someone has to carry the bulk of the work. That's when I say move forward. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but I'm going to keep it real with y'all. But if it means you limit telling them things, then you limit telling them things too. If they ask you why, you tell you why. But I've had the conversation and told people why. And they just pretend, go over their head, just pretending. Like pretend like they didn't hear me, pretend like they gonna do better. And again, circles, 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 circle. You know, we back on circle, circle, circle. So, and then, you know, and sometimes these are people you get along with. Everybody's not gonna grow. Because here's why I say, you know, we gotta work with people and be patient with people. That's the hardest thing. It's easy to cut someone off. Because you have to give people a chance to grow. You have to give yourself a chance to grow. And if you give yourself a chance to grow, you should give those people out there a chance to grow. But I can't give you the whole answer on how to deal with them because I don't know your situations. But that's one thing you can do. And like I said, you might have to separate, put some distance. And you don't have to, I don't know why my nose is itching. Someone must be talking about me. But anyway, because it's itching. I'm trying not to scratch it throughout this whole video, but it's itching. Somebody must be talking about me. That's old wives or wives' tale, whichever. Again, Google what that means if you don't know what it means. But how I'm dealing with it right now is I'm writing out the resentment list, what they did, how I feel about them. These people, honestly, and what I'm about to write out, we've had that circle and circle conversation. But I have decided to move on and find people who are like me, who are moving forward, who are excited about life, who are willing to do the work to make their life better. I'm not going to say easier, but better. And I hope in this video answer y'all question. And if you have any questions for me, put them in the comments. But this is the Joyful series, Fantastic Fridays. You'll get a Fantastic Monday coming next week, which I believe is the 31st. And we're back in the game, back on track. Just want to let y'all know we got some Signs and Sorcery clips. I'm looking at Signs and Sorcery clips. And if you've been on our channel to see the Midnight Light Halloween special coming up. I just, that video I'm editing now, I just wrote out the narration. Midnight Light will no longer be part of the Fun Film series. Midnight Light is going to be its own. So as you know, when you go on YouTube and you have the different, what do they call them? We'll call them categories, where you can make the playlist. That's what it's called, the playlist. So when we do the playlist, I'm going to take it out of the Fun Film, because I have right now Midnight Light under the Fun Film playlist. Midnight Light's going to get its own playlist. Going to debut Halloween. Like I said, I'm doing the narration for it. It's been written out. I'm going to record it. And like I said, working on Signs of Sorcery clips. Going to work on 1 or 2 Signs of Sorcery short films. We got the freestyle podcast coming up with my brother and friend and business partner, Debonair Donnell. Yeah, I don't know. We may talk about dropping because we're trying to figure out content to stay steady. We're trying to make it easy for us right now. So we got a couple other show ideas. So that's what we got coming, or some people say the church announcements. So again, this is Black Samurai with Two Geeks and a Nerd Production, along with my business brother, friend, and business brother. Business partner, well, yeah. Business partner, friend, and brother, Debonair Donnell. That means peace, if you don't know that.